A lot of people choose to go vegan now, and our next guests here are in Las Vegas to share their story of why they decided to live the vegan lifestyle, but they went the distance with this. They've got a new clothing line. They signed with a book publisher, and we want to welcome Matt and Phil Letton of the Vegan Brothers. Matt is just to my left and Phil right here. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome to Las Vegas, and welcome to the vegan movement, right?
That's right.
There is a movement happening.
Yeah,
So what's behind that?
So
why do you think people are making the change?
for a really long time, there's this stereotype associated with vegan eating, but we launched Vegan Bros to sort of usher in the age of the new vegan, where there was this stereotype of the past, but nowadays you obviously have celebrities, professional athletes doing it, but we have friends who are police officers, military, investment bankers, commercial pilots, people who go to church every single Sunday.
It's a cross section of society at this point. Like
Right.
it's not just an alternative or stereotype.
lifestyle.
It's now it filters into every aspect
it's a
of
microcosm
society.
of our country, kind of.
So you launched Vegan Brothers, and you're now signed with a book publisher, right? So you've written about this, and people are going to read about this. So what are some of the things that people don't know about making that transition to becoming a vegan?
Well, I think the biggest misconception that's becoming less true every day is just how simple it really is, and it's just a very easy thing. And we are very big about how there doesn't need to be this imaginary line in the sand where you're either all in or all out. We have a friend who's a Dallas police officer. He's been doing meatless Mondays for 8 months. Mm-hmm. We celebrate that. If you never make the full switch, that's totally fine. Start where you're comfortable. Find some place, explore the food, and go from there.
Well, how do you convince the hardcore meat enthusiasts at home who love a steak, who love a big hamburger in Las Vegas on the Strip? We have places like the Heart Attack Grill, which embrace the indulgence of meat consumption. So how do you convince them? Is it when you show videos of animals suffering, or is it telling them the impact of that on their health, or is it both?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons that it's kind of become like a microcosm of our society, is that everyone we don't agree on anything in America, but one thing we do agree on is that animal abuse is wrong.
Yeah.
And when people see videos that show like factory farms and slaughterhouses, show the animals are confined in cages, they can barely move, they're mutilated without painkillers, and they're brutally slaughtered, that's something that everyone is horrified by.
Right.
And so I would say start there, and also don't view it as like an all or nothing thing. Next time you go to the grocery store, buy whatever you're normally going to buy, but also maybe there's a product called Beyond Meat. As well as there's another brand called Gardein. You can maybe just throw some of that stuff in your cart and explore it.
And our whole concept is like, if you're opposed to animal cruelty, you're already 90% vegan. Your diet's just the last 10%.
Yeah, that's a good thing to point out. Your website is?
Veganbros.com.
Veganbros.com. And the book, when does it come out?
It's coming out fall of 17. So we're researching and writing right now, which is part of the reason we're in Vegas.
So we need to have you back on for
Absolutely.
that. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for having us.